Milwaukee. I'm your DJ Ty Rich. Please welcome your first host, model, and event planner, Rebecca. Salon owner, stylist, and makeup artist. Y'all give it up for Pandora. Singer, songwriter, and bassist. Y'all get a round of applause for Iberia. Last but not least, make some noise for your executive producer, Spectrum, Aaliyah.
We always take on the big events, the Super Bowl, every first and third Sunday. Yeah, we do Mother's Day, all kind of days, but you know, hey, I like to Spectrum Day.
Today's show is about the effects of prison and or incarceration, because it doesn't just affect the person that's incarcerated, it affects the family members, the friends.
Like siblings. You know, it's harder because like this is your sibling. You know, you have to really, you know, they're your family, so you can't just let them go. You could, but that's your family.
You can't move on. They're gonna be there.
How do you do that? So you know, especially if something happens, you have to make calls to people. You have to handle keep things going. Like keep their everyday life going because that's their family.
Right.
If they need bail, if they need lawyer fees, you know, it's kind of on you guys. It shouldn't be, but you feel like this is your responsibility because this is my family, you know, and family sticks together. But it's hard, and you do feel like
Did you ever have to go through that where you had to like really take care of someone's
my financial aid money, some of it went to some of those things. I mean, it's family, you know, and like I come from a pretty close-knit family, and it's kind of like, you know, what do you do? It sucks, and you can complain about it, but at the same time, it's like if something like that happened to me, I would want them to do the same thing for me. I would want to keep things going and make things okay when they get out, you know. But it's daunting, and then the phone calls, you looking at the phone like private. I'm not going to answer this, but then you end up answering it, and then it's like, I need you to do this.
Oh yeah.
But then sometimes it's just, hey, you know, how are you doing? You know, there's a current family member that's locked up, and he just wants to call and talk sometimes, you know, and I talk because he's a close member of my family, so it's like I'll just talk to him and everything, but it can be really, really difficult because you're out and about, you're living your life, but they're locked up, and you don't want to make them feel bad because they're locked up. It's kind of like, hey, I got things to do. Love you, bye. You know what I mean? And he understands that.
Well, they get 15 minutes. Give him a little.
And then you get that 1 minute call.
Wow.
You know, it's
I almost went to jail.
Thing.
She did that jail. That jail just about brought to death. No, but no, seriously, no. I mean, it wasn't for. You remember, you guys, I told you. I was driving. And they pulled me over supposedly for speeding. You know, and then the person that got out of the car, and the reason why I didn't slow down right away is because it was like a unmarked car. Yeah. It was like all black, and the guy that got out of the car was in like a three-piece suit. You know, he was not in a uniform or anything like that. Long story short.
Warnings and all that stuff.
Yeah, you know, and so I wasn't compliant. Oh, let me not, because I gotta go to court. I wasn't compliant. So what does the show air? You were compliant. No, I was, but no, he really didn't have it. All I'm gonna say is that I was in handcuffs. I had never experienced that in my life. I was on the ground. I'm screaming, I'm a graduate from Howard University. My mother's a pastor. like that was gonna change the situation. They really did. It was a shame. And they said they were gonna take me to jail, and of course they didn't. They let me go.
Don't say of course, because I've been to jail.
Oh.
And 16 hours.
That's what I'm saying. I
was like
can't
the
even
worst
imagine. That's what I'm
16
saying.
hours of my
So
life.
people who have spent jail in years, and I was just threatening to be put in the back of the car, and I was about to lose my everything and my mind and my just.
It's like a sobering feeling because I was maybe like 19 or 20 years old and went to a club. Two of my friends, both of them were my friends, got into a fight with each other. One girl got cut. I didn't see who did it, and I was not going to say who did it because I didn't see it, and they're both my friends. I had a warrant from like when I was 17, and they took me to jail. I had a little mini skirt from
they was
the
ready for
club
you.
high heels. I felt so 3 a.m.
And they thought
walking
they-
in
they thought they got you in the
jail
corner.
in heels. I looked like I came home. I would never wear a dress that tiny again.
Well, I've been quiet this whole time. I'm like, well, dang.
I was quiet as kept.
Quiet as kept. Quiet as kept. Okay, now they used to take people to jail for traffic violations, like
Right.
having your license plates if they're
Yes.
if, you know, driving without. Well, they still do it if you're driving without license, right? They'll take you to jail. I don't know, but anyway, I went down 4 times. Now, let me tell you why I've been down 4 times. Each time I smiled on my mugshot, yes, because
I know. I had a pretty long shot.
but it was such
I never got that far.
but it was traffic violations. Okay, first of all, I was going to work, trying to make my money, you know, all the way in Brookfield. Didn't have my license plates all together. That took me down that time. Then I had a warrant because I didn't go to court or didn't have my license, so then they
Took
gave
you
me a
down
warrant.
again.
So then I went down. I kept going down, and you know
What
what?
was it like being in jail though? Because I mean,
Well,
you
only
think
when-
you gotta spend years to feel.
Did you have to
it hurts
That's
in the
an
hour.
hour.
It hurts
Let
in
me
the hour.
let me say this.
Okay.
The 4 times that I went, by the 3rd time, I was numb to it, so I can see why people. No, it was like traffic violation. No, it was like you been driving, yes, turn around, okay, fine, you know. But I
never want to get used to it.
But I knew I wasn't gonna be in jail for a long time. But they did take me all the way in. They gave me a cell. They gave me a toothbrush. They gave me soap. I was like,
that far.
listen. I was like, what is
in the
this?
car.
You have to listen. I was like, what is this? They called my name. I thought it was time for me to go. I said, yeah, it's time for me to go. They told me I had money on my books. I said, how did I get money on my books? It was like $300 and something. My mama then came and paid the ticket. So now, so I got to go back to my cell after I thought. They said sign for it.
Yeah, they did that to me.
Yeah, so they said sign for it. So then I go back to my cell. It's dinner time now. They got macaroni and cheese. They got some. It was hamburger helper. I remember it was hamburger helper and some cornbread and some vegetables.
Yes, like they know. Yes, girl.
But it was good though. It tastes okay. But they called my name. I said, oh, it's time for me to go. And then my roommate, she was like, no, not you. She was like, oh, you gone? Can I have you? I said, girl, you can have everything. You can have whatever you like. And I was
On that plate. Because
Yeah,
she was
girl.
in jail. You don't want.
Yes, been there.
And that was my bad
I did not
time.
eat any food in prison. Jail, but it was scary just because I'm imagining my 16-hour experience, and my 16-hour experience was excruciating. So I couldn't imagine putting months or years in. But we do have some guests that have been in prison and some that stuck by someone's side and did not leave. So you guys stay tuned. We'll be right back.